95% of them survive.
It's actually not funny though, is it? The boat just broke down in the middle of the Amazon. Welcome to Brazil! What? This is one of these countries where I honestly never thought I would visit here. And again, if we were not here with I'm Here Travels doing this trip, I potentially would never, because the thought of Brazil daunted me. I was like, massive country, don't know where to start, don't know anybody that has backpacked it really. And other than Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, I don't really think I even know any places in Brazil. And then this tour popped up, and you guys know how much I've been bagging on about I'm Here Travels. You know I love those guys. And we have just done that Argentina trip, and then they very kindly asked if we wanted to join them on their Brazil trip, because most of the Argentina group came to Brazil. It was kind of like advertised as one like South America trip, and of course we said yes. So we have just arrived in Manaus, which is a city in the Amazon rainforest. Now I don't know about you, but I never thought about there being cities in or around the Amazon rainforest. To me, the Amazon rainforest is like this mythological place where people are going down the streams on like little boats, and snakes and tigers, I don't think there's tigers, are everywhere. Basically, I'm imagining the Jungle Book, but like in real life. I don't know if that is set here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's kind of how I envisioned it. When they said, oh yeah, you'll fly into the airport, I thought, airport? What? We're not going to the airport. Lo and behold, there is a city here. So we're spending a day here. We're going to do a city tour, and then we are transferring to our hotel called the Eco Lodge, which is within the Amazon rainforest. I'm a bit apprehensive about that. Anybody that's watched for a while, you'll know I'm scared of bugs and spiders and anything that can fly and crawl and creep. It's not for me. So I am nervous. The word's Eco Lodge, ooh. But I'm optimistic that it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited for this vlog. I never thought I'd be posting an Amazon rainforest vlog, so I'm gonna stop yapping and we're gonna get on with it. Guys, the steelwork for this bandstand in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. You wanna see where it was made? It was made in Liverpool, England.
And the reasoning, you remember?
No, actually.
Because Manaus used to be a very rich city.
Yeah.
Because it used to export a lot of rubber.
Yeah.
So they could afford the best of the best, so they got their steel from Liverpool, even though they had steel here.
And the best of the best steel came from Liverpool, and they built it.
The best of everything comes from Liverpool.
Yeah, okay. They built it to look like this because they wanted it to look like Paris. And South American cities are obsessed with Parisian architecture, so.
Normally they're bigger than that. People use it as a nail file. Original inauguration plaque, okay, from 1886. You see the dome outside. The dome is what? Green, yellow, and blue. The colors of the Brazilian flag. The original project did not have that dome. It was just a ceiling with some statues on top.
And once we finished our walking tour of the city, it was time to head in the van and drive deeper into the actual Amazon rainforest. The only way to get to the Amazon. Okay, that boat looks a little bit more sturdy. I thought it was like this little white one.
You don't like heights, do you, Sean?
We have made it to the middle of absolutely nowhere. We are in the Amazon rainforest, and I couldn't pinpoint where. It's not far from Manaus, which is where we were this morning. And I was a little apprehensive. I'm gonna take this off so you can see me. But you guys probably know, if you've watched for a little while, you guys probably know, and I think I've already mentioned it in this exact vlog, how I feel about bugs and spiders. And when we arrived, I was looking at the place and I was thinking, this is a little bit spidery. There's a lot of like thatched roofs, little huts. This kind of vibe that we're staying in now. Here's Tom, by the way.
Hola.
Hola. No, because Also, tell me why I've been in Brazil for a day and I keep speaking Spanish. Also, I've just realised that I'm right near the air conditioning unit and it's really, really noisy, so we'll go over here. But basically, what I was going to say is we've arrived, we've checked into our room, we have this weird family room setup going on because I think they actually did forget that there was 3 couples and then they suddenly looked really panicked because they were like, oh, we only have a twin room or a family room, so we have a family room. But that's fine because it means we've got a bed to put all of our stuff. But we are about to go and meet the group down at the like entranceway, which is literally off of the Amazon River. Like we got out of a tiny boat and the porters at this like hotel brought all the bags off of this other tiny boat and that's all that's here. So we're very cut off, there's no mobile signal, there is Wi-Fi but it's very patchy. And we're gonna go have a drink and then tomorrow is like our big Amazon exploring day, but we've already seen so many cool birds. So I'll try and show you, but it's obviously very hard to film birds because they fly.
That's fine, do they? We're gonna get the views up on this one.
Good morning, hello. It is now the next day. I can't even remember what day it is, Wednesday. I survived my night in here, guys, and I actually did get a good sleep, so I'm happy with that. I've just woke up and washed my hair. Today is our big Amazon rainforest excursion day. We've got 2 separate activities organised with our guide. I think you can also organise them through this hotel, like if you were to stay here separate to doing a tour, but I don't fully know what the activities are. One of them is this morning, the other is like late afternoon into the evening. I'm very nervous about bites during that one. I feel like mosquitoes love a little dusk outing, usually to bite me, but hopefully not today. I have covered fully up, so I'm gonna absolutely boil, but it's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna go have some breakfast. Also can't get over the noise of the air conditioning unit. It's so loud in here.
This is the hotel. It's an eco lodge in the middle of the Amazon. There's not really much else to say.
Is kind of what I expected. It's just the middle of the jungle, although it kind of also feels like any of the hotels that we've stayed in that are a little bit cut off like this. I was comparing it a bit to Thailand, like the floating bungalows, the way that we are on the river. I will say I'm a little apprehensive because Tom and I do not have malaria tablets. I didn't realise basically that this was a red zone for malaria. I thought it was an amber zone because the rest of Brazil is, but the Amazon province is not. That is a 3D boob. Wow.
They've really gone to town. Like the nipple's really detailed.
I don't even know if I can show that. This drawing, this whole building, the graphics are like popping off the thing, and the bit of that woman that's popping off is the boob. Of course you noticed that.
I noticed the seals as well.
Anyway, what I was saying about malaria. Some people on this trip are on malaria tablets, some people are not. I don't have them. We didn't get any before we left the UK. To be honest, I've heard a lot of people that have taken them have had quite strong side effects to taking them, and I was just like, oh, but that's not why I don't have them. I don't have them because when I left the UK I hadn't thought this far ahead because I'm not organised and I'm an idiot. But we basically are just covering ourselves in insect repellent. It's only for 2 nights, so please do send some prayers. Tom's like, you're overreacting. I am. I smell like a bottle of DEET right now, so hopefully they're not coming in me.
We call it capoeira, and the word capoeira defines this kind of forest, okay? It's not even a word that has African origins, it's a word that has Indian origins, okay? These trees are easy to recognize because they always look like an elephant. Yeah.
Like that one too.
The size of that.
Yeah, now you can see it moving. There it goes.
What snake was this?
Fer de lance. It's a French word that means spearhead. They're very venomous. This is the lower jaw here.
We are going on our second excursion of the day. This is a boat trip, so we've got everybody getting on the boat here. Of course, Tom and I are last. And I don't know what we're going to see on this one. We might see some more animals. We're stopping off at a beach. We shall see. Hopefully no more spiders.
And the liquid similar to this thing here will get out of this.
So we learned a little bit about the process of making some of the local foods. We tried Brazil nuts, we tried sugarcane, and then we hopped back on the boat to do what we were calling an eco safari. We knew we were going to see some animals, we didn't really know what. A lot of the animals in the Amazon are obviously very well camouflaged and hidden, but our guide was amazing at spotting them. One of my personal favorites was the monkeys, just because these are pretty cute. And then as the sun started to go down, we obviously started to see completely different animals. A lot of them come out at dusk, and I was a little bit scared, but I was being really brave, guys. We also witnessed the most incredible sunset. It was just beautiful to watch the reflection on the water before seeing probably the coolest and the scariest animal of all, the caiman.
I think only about 5% of them survive into adults. So this one is okay, he will make it into a big one.
And then we knew things had been going too well. We started to head back at the pitch black, and all of a sudden there was a spluttering, kind of exploding noise, and the engine of the boat cut out. Wait, that's actually what's happening.
Where did you hear that from?
I heard that from the man.
From the man.
From the Amazon. Oh no, we've broken down. It's actually not funny though, is
when
it?
When they get a signal, can they check the score?
These are the scenes. There's just nothing here.
Before you call for backup.
Should we just like shout for help?
Oh, hoi hoi!
Oh, so we've come here to get a signal and then we can call for help and then we can get a boat. Surely we're not going to jump from one boat to another in the middle of the river.
I think we'll probably dock.
No one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one down and another one down.
I am not even joking when I tell you that the boat just broke down in the middle of the Amazon. Like, you actually can't make it up. We're sitting there and all of a sudden the engine just kind of starts like sputtering, and then it completely cuts out and it is pitch black. Like, obviously when we're filming with the torch on you could see bits and bobs, but there wasn't a torch on. We had to then like drift to the nearest side so they could get a signal and then radio through to the hotel for them to send another boat, which we then had to climb into in the dark in the middle of the river. And I was like, is this in a movie? Like, what is happening right now? It was all going so well as well because we saw so much on that excursion, but genuinely for a good 10 minutes we were like, oh my gosh, like how are we even gonna get help? Like, the guy had a torch, so he was like flashing loads, and then loads of boats passed and they didn't come and help us, and I was thinking like, surely this is not what happens. But I mean, it's part of the story, you live to tell a tale, and it actually was such a good excursion because we really saw pretty much everything we could have seen. We saw a sloth, we saw monkeys, we saw an alligator. What else did we see? Loads of birds, guys. I wish I knew the names of them, but I just don't.
Yeah, the squirrel monkey.
Howler monkey,
the caiman, alligator thing.
Yeah.
There's that lizard, that sea lizard.
Oh yeah, the sea lizard. Honestly, so many animals.
Yeah. Loads. Saw a skeleton of a monkey earlier.
Yeah, we did. I think we got that in the vlog. So overall, I would say it was worth it, but the last 10 minutes of that was so scary.
Tarantula.
Yeah, this morning, I don't think I actually have chatted to you in between because we did have a break, but I don't think I picked up the camera. In the interims like that, guys, a lot of the time we're just sat with the group chatting, and then I forget to vlog because I get really carried away, like in a new group setting, just like yapping away. But we saw a tarantula and a snake in one setting, in like 3 minutes of each other. We walked from one to the other, and we lived in Australia for a year and did not see either of those across the whole year, and we saw them within 5 minutes of each other in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, which I guess you would expect, but also like, oh, I was so far back because the guy like coaxed the tarantula out of this hole and I was gone. Like, the second they started being like, oh, what is it, is it a spider? I was like, oh, what? I'm going, I'm leaving. But anyway, we have just come back to the room. We are soaking wet. Can you see my legs? Don't know if you can see them. Oh, they kind of look like they've dried now anyway, but it was also raining really heavy during our escapade on the Amazon River, but we live to tell the tale.
Okay, here we go. Song number 1, title of the song, and artist.
Back in Manaus, and before we said goodbye, we actually made a little stop off at the Museum de Amazonia, where our guide taught us a little bit more about some of the animals you can see in the Amazon, but we didn't. A lot of these were birds. Obviously, it's very difficult to spot the birds, but I actually learned so much. I found it so interesting.
Hola.
Hola. How are you feeling about that?
The serpent house.
What does it remind you of?
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. slithering.
Sorry, that's so weird. It's like a hedgehog in caterpillar form. I look so disheveled, as if you've let me sit here like this for the last 40 minutes. Anyway guys, it's time for us to leave the jungle and head back to the city. It is currently 1:45 in the morning. Maybe that explains the appearance, to be fair. And we are about to fly to Sao Paulo, where hopefully our luggage is going to join us. But the luggage is checked through to Rio, because originally we were getting off in Rio, but now we're getting off in Sao Paulo. We've had to change the luggage. So fingers crossed it's going to make it. Tom is sat editing some of the Argentina vlog, and we don't really know what's going on because everything is obviously in Portuguese. Guess we'll see. Oh, here he is. Honestly, Sean, this vlog that Tom is currently editing, there's some great clips of you. You're eating this like cheese toasty or something, and all the cheese is just falling out your mouth, but you didn't notice. It's great. This is like a live react.
Lick the string.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that in the Argentina section of this vlog. Hello guys, it has been a minute. Let me put my phone on silent because that's annoying. Does anybody ever have their phone on loud? I am now safely out of the Amazon rainforest, thankfully, without too many mosquito bites or having really seen anything creepy crawly. I was not the one filming the spider or the snake. You may have gathered a lot of that was Tom's footage because I was so far at the back of the group that I actually didn't see the spider with my own eyes. I did see the snake. I'm not really scared of snakes, so that was fine. But yeah, we successfully made it back. I am really glad that we did this excursion. I feel as though if you're planning a trip to Brazil, I probably wouldn't venture off into the Amazon without being in a tour group, just because I don't really know where to start, and I also couldn't recommend you anywhere because I don't know where is safe and where isn't safe. So I'm really glad that we got this opportunity to do it with the I'm Here travels, because I do kind of feel as though otherwise the Amazon rainforest is kind of this like far-flung destination that I probably just would never have visited. It's a real bucket list tick. I feel like ever since I was little, I think when I was little I read a book called like, I don't know what the book was. It was like a kid's book set in the Amazon, and I want to say Swallows and Amazons, but it was not that because I don't think that was a children's book, and I don't think I've ever read that. But there was a book that was like just about the Amazon rainforest, and ever since then I've kind of had in my head that it's like half fictional. Like I don't know why. I knew it was in Brazil and like across South America. It spans so many of the countries in South America, but like most famously in Brazil. I just hadn't really ever considered visiting because I'll be honest, Brazil was never a country I've really had high on my bucket list. This trip really fell at the right time because we were already in Argentina, we're already going to be in South America. I'm Here Travels were running this trip, and I thought the stars have just aligned for us to actually visit Brazil. So yeah, all of this was not really forward planned, if you couldn't tell by the lack of malaria preparation. If you do have any questions about doing this or doing something similar, drop them in the comments below. I can also shoot them over to I'm Here Travels if it's anything super specific, just because I feel like this is the kind of excursion people might want help with organising. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. The next vlog, guys, is the penultimate South America vlog, and it's going to be from Rio de Janeiro and Paraty. My pronunciation of these towns is so not good. I'm so sorry. I've heard them said so many different ways. I'm still not 100% sure which is right. The next vlog is going to be a big one. It's going to be probably a long one, and Rio was just insane. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss that. Do catch up on my other South America vlogs. There's a whole series if this is the first that you've seen, and I shall see you guys in my next one, which is going to be up on Tuesday. Bye!